with all the latest big talking points, news and discussion from the football world. This is Football Central.
Oh my, not again.
And go.
Right, hello and welcome to the TubeMix Football Central review of match week 31. My name is Jordan, also known as JLIWheels, and once again it's another Friday, sorry, it used to be a Thursday until we'll change it, another Friday and another match week review. And another time where me and Will are on our pod. So yeah, the only man left for me to introduce is the man whose channel this is on, Mr. TubeMix. Hello, sir. How are you?
Thank you. Good evening. I'm good.
Got the giggles as usual. Yeah, great week this week. Once again, some shock results, some big score lines, and plenty of talking points.
Absolutely.
And with that, I'm going to pass you over to your host, because the last, obviously when we spoke last week, when we did one of these, there was quite a few bits and pieces to just discuss. There isn't too much this week in terms of any other business. I don't know whether you've got anything you want to mention before we get into it, Will, or?
I don't think so. No.
No. I don't think so either. So yeah, I'm gonna pass over to Will, and we are gonna get straight into it with obviously his introductions and then the very first game of the week.
Okay. Thank you very much, JLIWheels. So, hello everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the show, as JLIWheels said. And we're back for another one of these roundup of the week. All the big top stories in the football world, and quite a few talking points for some absolute great matches. I watched Bayern beat PSG in the Champions League, and what a game that was. An absolutely fantastic game. And yeah, so some really good football. So let's crack on. Now, there is a game in the Premier League. It's Everton 1, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Everton got a penalty to be scored by Gylfi Sigurdsson. 31 minutes on the clock, but before that, Harry Kane in the 27th minute scored for Tottenham. So it's Everton 1, Tottenham Hotspur 1, and if Tottenham don't win this one tonight, then well, I think they could be in trouble.
Yeah, I think we'll talk about Tottenham, obviously, but yeah, I just think biggest thing that sticks out for me, Kane scoring. Lots of talk from Jose in the build-up to this one about Harry Kane. He came out and said, I don't know whether you saw it, but he came out and said that Kane will break Shearer's record. But I get the feeling that Harry Kane might outlast Mourinho at Tottenham.
Well, yes, I mean, you know, we said this when we were with Sam, didn't we? You know, if Daniel Levy had to choose, you know, between Kane and Mourinho, I'm sure he would rather sack Mourinho but keep Kane. If that's what it took to keep Kane at the club, then he would do it.
I don't know. I mean, you know, you've seen the All or Nothing Tottenham documentary or bits of it. I don't know whether you saw.
No. I've finished it all.
Right. Well, obviously you will have seen then the bit where Jose Mourinho talks to Harry Kane about his goal scoring and his potential.
Yeah.
So unless there's been a major communication breakdown, I don't think Kane wanting to leave is to do with Mourinho.
Oh, no, I don't
Sorry,
think it's to
let
do
me
with Mourinho.
rephrase. To do with Mourinho as a person. Um,
Well,
but yeah, we'll get into that, I think.
oh yeah, absolutely, yep. So we'll keep you updated with that one, Everton v Tottenham, as the evening goes. Right, so where do we start? I think we start with Friday the 9th of April.
Yeah, well, that's obviously we kind of talked about this one, but yeah, it was Fulham versus Wolves. Wolves getting the win in the 92nd minute. A goal from Adama Traore. I don't know whether you saw the goal either. Very good goal, I thought.
Yeah, I think it was on Match of the Day. Yes, I did.
So yeah, good for Wolves, obviously.
Yes.
Bit of an up and down team this year.
Yeah.
But not so good for Fulham, of course.
No. They needed to win this. Well, they need to. This is the type of game they needed to win. Fulham. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I'm increasingly struggling to see how Fulham will stay up now.
It's not looking good.
No, absolutely not. Fulham next playing Arsenal, 1 o'clock kickoff on Sunday, and Wolves are on action on Saturday, hosting Sheffield United at 3 o'clock. So, okay, so Saturday the 10th of April. Here's I don't think any of us saw this coming. Leeds United 2, Manchester City 1. Stuart Dallas for Leeds United in the 42nd minute. And Liam Cooper, who also got sent off in the 41st. The first minute added on to the first half. And then it was Ferran Torres for Manchester City in the 76th minute, assisted by Bernardo Silva. And then Stuart Dallas getting one, the 91st minute, assisted by Alowski, and Patrick Bamford assisted Dallas's first goal in the 42nd minute to make it Manchester City 1, Leeds United 2. What were your thoughts on this one then, Jord?
The thing is to me, that's not the result this week. It's probably the second most shocking result this week, along with one that we're going to talk about later on. But only because, for me, as soon as that first goal went in, I just felt that Leeds were going to win it. Stuart Dallas, a good player, somebody that's, for me, quite underrated. Has done very well for Leeds and deserves the plaudits. For City, they didn't have an off day, I would say. If you can't finish the chances put in front of you, then you don't deserve to get anything out of the game. That being said, it was still, some good football from City, and all the things we expect from them, just no end product. Do I think it's going to have much bearing on the title race?
No, it won't, probably, no.
Do I still think that City will win at least 2 titles, yes. I think they'll beat Spurs in the League Cup. I think they'll definitely win the league. I think that it depends which Chelsea turns up in the FA Cup tomorrow. And I think it also depends which PSG turn up over 2 legs in the Champions League. But yes, there's not too much to say in terms of City. Leeds are a really fascinating watch.
Yes.
As has been said by a million different pundits a million different times.
And by us, really.
Yeah, and I think, it gets said because, it gets said because it's about the only word that can describe the style of football in the modern day, because it very much is a throwback to the old times. I've said it a couple of times on this show, maybe quite a few more times than a couple, but I sort of harken the Leeds style back to Keegan in the 90s with the likes of Andy Cole and then obviously Les Ferdinand, Faustino Asprilla, Keith Gillespie, players like that, and just the way that they would always go for a game and always, do whatever they had to do to attack and score goals, which is why it's quite refreshing for me. But also, it does leave them open for goal scoring, I think.
Okay. Any more to say, or is that? Can we move on?
Yeah. So I do find it interesting. Just quickly,
Go on. Geordie, you still there? Jord? Right, we're just having a bit of a technical difficulty. Oh, hang on. And I think Jord is back on the line. You there, Jord?
Yeah, mate. Don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I don't know. Was it your internet or something?
No, it wasn't. I don't know what that was.
Oh, right, okay.
But yeah, what I was saying was, I'm just interested to see how Leeds are gonna build on this season, or if they are going to be another Sheffield United.
Yes, it will be interesting, won't it? And the question is, will Bielsa stay as well?
Yeah, I think he will. I think at the end of the day that they've got they've got a team that's got room to grow, whether that's positively or in an upward way, or they regress a little bit. We don't know. Like I said, I just don't want Leeds to be another Sheffield United, because I do think it's a shame that Sheffield United have sort of had the season that they've had after being so fantastic. But in the same breath, if you can't,
build on it.
Yeah, to be a Premier League club, you have to be sustainable, and I don't think very many of the signings they made took them to the next level, really.
No, well, I don't think any of the signings did they?
Yeah, I don't think, like, the biggest one for me, and something that me and Sam have talked about.
Rhian Brewster?
Yeah, just why spend £27 million on a striker that you're not even going to take off the bench?
Chris Wilder obviously did. I don't think he wanted him, did he?
I don't know why, though.
Paul Heckingbottom again. It's hardly, you'd think Brewster would be given a chance by Paul Heckingbottom, but no, he's hardly had a chance. Hardly had any chances.
Really odd. I just find it really strange. And yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I feel like that's all I've got to say. So if you haven't got much else to say, we'll move on, shall we?
No. I think we should move on. I think there's not, obviously, great win for Leeds, and apart from that, apart from what you've said, I don't think there's anything more to say. So I think we should move on.
Now, this one was quite interesting for me. It was Liverpool 2, Villa 1. Mainly, I think, because the winner was scored by Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yes.
And that there's been a lot of talk about him recently, and it's not had a good time. Got omitted from the England side, of course, and it has had some difficult few weeks. However, what a goal!
Yes, a fantastic goal.
Really, fantastic.
Yeah.
And fair play to him as well. I think criticism it can either make you or break you, can't it? So,
yes.
It's one of those where obviously he's proven what kind of character he is, and steps up and banged the winner.
Absolutely. And Villa, I thought Villa played quite well. I thought. What did you think?
Yeah, I think it's staple of a Dean Smith side, isn't it? That they're always going to try and do the best, kind of. And it's good to see an Ollie Watkins scoring again. Fantastic player.
They're missing Jack Grealish though, definitely.
Yeah, and that's true. And I think I spoke to quite a few Liverpool fans, and they are starting to get their confidence back now.
Yes.
Which is good. I think obviously they were damaged by that defeat in Madrid, so to come back then and get the winner against Villa, and then also hold Madrid to a draw and create loads of chances where people are saying, well, actually, if they'd have taken the chances, they should have won it. So maybe things are in the right swing for Liverpool, but who knows? Football is a silly old game.
It is definitely.
It's definitely that. I think that's definitely the most interesting race for me is the European situation, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I can't quite call it. In my own mind, I don't know who's going to end up where.
Yeah. Right, yeah. And, obviously, good goal from Trent Alexander-Arnold. And, a good win for Liverpool. It'd be interesting to see, can they sneak into the top four, or will it be Europa League for Klopp and co?
I don't know. I think that they're Europa League for me.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Yeah. I think that West Ham are showing no signs of tailing off.
No.
Not only that, but Chelsea after the West Brom result got a massive point to prove, and as they're the next game we're going to talk about, we know obviously that they absolutely hammered Palace,
They
Don't know
did
whether
that, yeah.
I don't know whether you just want to go straight into that game from this.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah, absolutely, yeah. Well, Palace were, really did not show much at all. Obviously, Benteke got, his goal in the 63rd minute, but it was only a consolation goal. And Chelsea, played very, very well. Kai Havertz, the first one to start us off, scoring in the 8th minute, assisted by Callum Hudson-Odoi. Christian Pulisic in the 10th minute, assisted by Havertz. Pulisic also scored in the 78th minute. Kurt Zuma in the 30th minute, assisted by Mason Mount. And Jeffrey Schlupp assisted Christian Benteke's goal in the 63rd minute, respectively, for Crystal Palace. And yeah, Palace, a really good win for Chelsea. And apart from that goal, there really wasn't anything to shout about if you were a Palace fan at all.
I mean, good for Benteke to get a goal.
Mm.
It's either his 5th or his 6th goal of the season, which not a lot by his standards, but given how he's been in recent years, it's still very good going. Chelsea dominant, always looked a threat, and I think Tuchel silenced a couple of his, one of his biggest criticisms was don't score enough goals, and
yes,
obviously they've shipped 4 past Palace. Now don't get me wrong, Palace, like you said, they didn't offer up very much. But,
no.
It's still a good result. I always like seeing Kurt Zuma score. I don't know why. I'm just a fan of him. I don't know. Maybe it's because he got quite a bit of stick.
Yeah, although I remember earlier on the season, doing this show, and you didn't think much of Kurt Zuma at all, really.
Yeah. And one of the things that I think has sorted him out, and I think has sorted all of our centre halves out, because don't know if you know, but Andreas Christensen was one of the players that was in line for manager of the player of the month. Sorry.
No, I didn't know that.
And I think that Thiago Silva's been a massive help to those boys.
Absolutely, just being in training with him and learning from his, experience as well. It can only do good, really, for those young players to have a tutor in the form of Thiago Silva.
Yeah, in the form of a legend of the game.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw, but the second leg of the Chelsea v Atletico Madrid game, and Thiago Silva was like, it was almost like he was the second manager. You would think he was jumping around the seats, giving instructions, and it was great to see.
Yeah, I didn't see that, to be fair, but
it was funny, but it was fantastic to see. Obviously, he breathes football. He does. I think that's quite clear.
Yeah, and that's a good thing to see. Also, very good goals from Pulisic.
Yep.
Fantastic. Just good. Just great. Havertz is looking confident.
Yes.
And starting to show form, which is fantastic, because I am one of his biggest fans.
Definitely.
I do think that it's a shame what happened to him when he came here, and he was massively off the pace.
It takes time to settle, though, doesn't it? Sometimes.
And we all know, what kind of a player he is. Well, you probably don't. Bet you've never seen him before this, but.
No, I don't think so. I certainly knew about him, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's a phenomenal player, and Leverkusen are one of those teams that do churn out future stars. You look at Florian Wirtz now is a young lad, 17, putting goals in, or I think he might be 18, but he's banging in the goals, and yeah, I don't know what's going to happen to Chelsea. I think top 4 is doable, but West Ham have got to drop off, and that's the only problem. I'm not too sure whether they will.
Although I can't see West Ham being in the Champions League. I mean, maybe in the Europa League,
because it's West Ham.
Well, yeah, I just think they are going to, slip up somewhere down the line.
Well, the only problem is we're running out of games for them to do that, really, aren't there? There's only, 6 games to go?
God, that's scary, that is.
Only 6 more weeks of the review show, then we're done.
Oh my, yeah.
And that's pretty mad.
It is pretty mad, but we will make sure we will put on a show definitely for that last one with Ben Carney, making hopefully to have him fully fit and just for the end of the season.
Yeah, he'll come back. It's Ben. He always turns up in the end.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no. So that's obviously a great result, and the right sort of things that you want to see, really.
Absolutely. Right, ready to move on then?
Yep, absolutely ready.
Okay, so we move on to Sunday, the 11th of April. Burnley 1, Newcastle United 2. You would have been able to hear groans from me as soon as I saw Newcastle score. Yeah, but
fair,
what can you do?
I did say earlier on, I've seen highlights of all the games. This actually is one I haven't seen highlights.
I saw it on Match of the Day too. I think.
Okay.
What's that? Sorry.
Well, what were your thoughts then?
Well, I think Newcastle was certainly very lucky until St Maximin and Wilson both came off the bench. They didn't look like they offered much, certainly in a threat. Burnley, I thought, were pretty comfortable. Perhaps could have got more. But yeah, it proved to be the super subs in the shape of Alex St Maximin for Newcastle and Callum Wilson, who, well, I don't think we expected to see Callum Wilson for the rest of the season. But yeah, he's managed to come back. So, obviously for Steve Bruce and the Newcastle staff and players, that's good for them. So let's go through the goal scorers. Vidra in the 18th minute for Burnley, assisted by Chris Wood. Then it was Murphy for Newcastle in the 59th minute, assisted by St Maximin. If that wasn't enough, St Maximin scored in the 64th minute, assisted by John Joe Shelby, to make it Burnley 1, Newcastle United 2. And obviously, Newcastle very lucky, but they got the win. And at this stage of the season, that's all that matters. Really, doesn't matter how you perform. If you can still get points on the boards, then it all counts.
No, absolutely, I agree. It's a shame for Burnley. We do quite like them here. Obviously, the captain is an ex-Crew boy, and I've always been a big fan of Vidra, no matter where he's ended up, whether it was Watford or West Brom. Who was it, West Brom, wasn't he?
I certainly remember him at Watford, I think.
Yeah, no, he definitely was at West Brom. I can picture him in the shirt. So yeah, that's good. But again,
I think we have Sam on the line here.
Do we?
Yes.
Hang on. Right, let me...
And go, right, so. Right, hello,
So, mate.
Sam.
Hello, fellas. How are we?
Good.
We're
So what
good,
do we have
thank
this
you.
pleasure?
I was just wondering what was happening with the football show.
Yeah, we're in the middle right now.
Oh, right, okay, because it's not come up on my
Yeah,
on my
it was only because I just thought, because it was only me and Will, that I wouldn't bother anybody else in the chat by making it ring and do all that stuff.
Oh, right. So are you doing it on another platform then?
No, it was just a chat between. It was just it was just a chat between. Oh God, a chat between me and Will on Messenger. It just wasn't in a group chat.
Oh, right, but you're still doing the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, okay, I'll leave you to it then. I was gonna say if you were struggling though, I'd do it with you, but there
No, it's
we
alright,
go.
we've got it
Yeah,
all covered.
everything's good. It's went well the audition, so yeah, really good.
Fantastic,
That's
mate.
great news.
Right, well, I'll leave you to it, lads, as you're in the middle of the show. Hello, everybody, and sorry for interrupting. Right, all right then, fellas.
Okay,
Alright,
mate.
see you, mate.
You take care. I might
See you
ring,
later.
hang on, wait a minute. I might ring you after we finish this just to talk through some stuff about Sunday, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course, yeah, no problem.
Because obviously
All right,
it's only like 2 days away, so it needs sorting. But yeah, okay.
Yeah. All right then, fellas, no problem.
All right. See you later, mate.
Alright, cheers,
Bye,
mate.
everyone.
Bye, mate.
Bye.
There we go. Nice little cameo appearance.
Bye. Yep, from Mr. Samuel James Taylor. So,
Full name, eh?
yeah.
To go back to where we were, do we think now that Newcastle? Because I don't know. I think they've got quite a bit of momentum. I think they played well against Spurs.
Well, they were lucky against Spurs, I thought.
Yeah, you're probably right. You know, the goal from Joelinton was poor defending, and stuff like that. But I think you know, when you're down there, you do need that kind of luck, don't you?
Yeah, certainly with Sir Maximin Wilson, things are looking brighter up on Tyneside. So yeah, we will see. Oh, holy fuck! Oh, sorry.
What's up with you?
Sorry,
What's up with you?
sorry, there's just an insect in my room.
Yeah, you said holy fuck. Oh my god. Right, Will never swears. So,
Oh dear.
it's so weird when you swear. Right. Oh, flavor now. Right, are you ready to go?
Yes.
Okay. Next game was West Ham 3, Leicester 2. We're back on the Jesse Lingard hype train. 2 goals for him, and you know, just a phenomenal player. Just one of these days, Will is going to admit to how good Jesse Lingard is. One of these days.
No, that will never happen.
I think it should happen. I'm so glad that got caught on video. By the way, you doing that?
Oh yeah, that if I ever do a montage, that will make it, I think.
You won't do a bloody montage. You can't stand the editing.
Well, if it's only,
You should do a
montages tend
montage.
to be quite quick, so.
Yeah, but you've got to scroll through hours and hours of footage.
Oh well, yeah, that is true.
Anyway, so point being that West Ham got the win again. Leicester made it quite close. Don't get me wrong; they certainly put a good fight up. Kelechi and Iheanacho with 2 goals as well. I think when we talked about it on Sunday, for the build-up of the Tottenham game, I said that it was the 2 best players in the league on form at the moment, coming up against each other. Pretty big statement, I know, but I'll stand by it because, you should always stand by things that you say.
Absolutely.
And, both players I mentioned showed the class. And, great game. Really, really interesting game. And good to see West Ham getting another win.
Yes.
Are you okay now?
Yeah, I think so. Ooh.
Holy fuck. Yeah, as long as you're okay.
Yep, right. So, which one are we on? Sorry, West Ham v Leicester.
Oh god, do you not even know what we're on? Right?
Oh,
We're
sorry,
on.
no, Tottenham v United, sorry. No, apologies. Yeah, well, as we said...
Wait, do you not have anything to say about Tottenham and...
Well, we did.
No,
we did cover
West
this
Ham
one,
and
didn't we? And
Leicester.
we, apart from.
What I'm saying is, do you not have anything to say about Leicester?
Oh, sorry. Leicester.
And West Ham.
Well, we kind of talked about we kind of talked about that at the time. Yeah, good. Leicester tried to make a comeback, but it wasn't enough at the end.
Now the next game obviously was Tottenham versus Man United. You and Sam covered this. I think I was in the pre-match, wasn't I? I was involved.
Yeah. You were, yeah.
And then I think I joined right at the end of the post-match. So we've covered this one. Anything else that you want to say about it after the fact, or?
The Tottenham v United game, or?
Yeah.
Well, it was a must. Tottenham had to win this one. For me to at least have any chance of getting to the Champions League or the Europa League. But in the end, United proved too good. I thought United actually started very well, actually, by their standards. Yeah, I thought they played very well, pretty much. Obviously,
No, I agree.
Yeah, like I've said, we covered this, so not really too much we can say else about it, and yeah, good win for United, but for Tottenham, yeah, not great.
Next game obviously was Arsenal versus Sheffield United. 2 goals from Alexander Lacazette, who you don't rate, but literally is.
No. I do rate. He's a player I like, but he's just inconsistent for me.
And obviously a goal as well from a player who I know you rate very highly.
Oh yes, Gabriel
I think
Martinelli.
if you, hear that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes, Gabriel Martinelli.
Oh, sorry,
I think
that sounded
if
sexual.
Will could have his babies, he would.
Oh
But
dear.
yeah, no. So yeah, great result for Arsenal. Not so good for Sheffield United. Not too much you can even say about them, really. There really isn't. I know a lot of the time when we talk about them, we're just like, oh, well, they're down, that's it, end of story. And maybe that's a little, there are good parts about the game. They still.
Well,
even though
yeah, I thought they
they,
still
they
they're trying to go down without a fight. Sorry, trying to go down with a fight. Sorry.
I'm absolutely sure that's not what they're trying to do.
Oh no, sorry. Not go down without a fight. Sorry. Oh dear.
God, that incident earlier on has really shaken you up, hasn't it?
Yes.
What insect was it?
Oh, I don't know. Did you hear the buzzing? Did you?
No, I bet it was only a fly.
Oh, well, yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't know. Oh dear.
Oh dear. But yeah, good result for Arsenal. Not so good for Sheffield United. And we will move on to what for me is the biggest shock result of the week, which was West Brom 3, Southampton 0.
Yes,
Now,
and a groan from me as well for this one.
oh, great. Well, in which case, I will quickly go over it then.
Okay.
West Brom were fantastic. Clinical, again. Still probably, with 6 games to go, too far away from safety. But Big Sam's giving it a right good go. And with Fulham not really pulling the weight, Brighton, and Burnley and Newcastle, it's all still up in the air with them. They're not consistent enough to put too much of a gap between. It could still happen for West Brom. That being said, Southampton were not great. James Ward-Prowse's penalty was disgraceful. I could have saved it. It was that close to the goalie.
Oh.
Yeah, anything you want to say or?
Yeah, it's probably best I don't speak about this one.
Okay, fair enough. The final game was Brighton versus Everton. I've not seen the highlights.
Well, yeah, it
Wasn't
wasn't
kind of game it was.
wasn't a classic, certainly.
No, I must admit, I was reading the BBC Sport live text.
Yeah, I mean, looking here, there's no yellow cards, no names for goal scorers or penalties or anything. So yeah, that shows you not a great game at all. Well, I think Brighton will definitely stay up. I think.
I don't know. Let's have a quick look at the table. So Wolves and Palace are fine, I think.
Yeah.
Southampton, well, I pretty much guarantee they're fine. To hit that magical 40 points, Wolves and Palace only need 2 points. I think Southampton are fine. And then I think it just depends on who gets the points in the running. If West Brom carry on, could easily be them that stays up. But the only thing about that is to get, what would they need? They're 8 points clear at the moment of safety. Hang on, I've just dropped my AirPod. Where's it gone?
Oh.
On the floor. You think for a £200 bit of kit, they wouldn't fall out your ear so easily? But they do.
It's like an advert.
Well, it wouldn't be a very good advert, would it?
No.
Yeah, so what was I saying? They're 8 points clear right now. So they would need 2 wins and 2 draws. Well, to be fair, they probably need 3 wins. So they need 3 wins from 6 games to stay up and hope that Brighton, Burnley and Newcastle get no points.
Absolutely.
It's pretty impossible, but some miracles have happened.
Absolutely.
But I don't know. For me, probably a bridge too far, isn't it?
Yeah. Right.
Even for Fulham now, I think.
Go on.
I just think that everyone that is where they are is gonna stay where they are at this point.
Yes, yeah, I agree with you now. Like we said, only got 6 games to go. We're in the, what I call the twilight of the season. I'm sure you agree. City will definitely win the title. I think it's clear to see. And
in fact,
the teams.
We're not even in the business end. It's squeaky bum time, really, now, isn't it?
Oh, I hate that saying.
Oh, I like it. It's funny.
It is funny, yeah, but I don't know. I'm not keen on that saying at all.
It really is. I just think it'd take a miracle for West Brom to stay up. I don't think...
It would, yeah. It's probably too little, too late.
Sheffield United mathematically aren't down yet, are they?
No, but I think it's very, 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 very unlikely that they're going to stay up.
They're only a game or 2 away from being relegated, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, that would be, if they did it, that would be a serious, serious miracle. And I do not see it happening at all.
No. Especially with their injury. I mean, Billy Sharp for the rest of the season. And Ollie McBurney, he's out for the rest of the season as well now.
West Brom, pretty impossible. But as I've continuously said since Big Sam's come in, they've got Big Sam.
Mm-hmm.
And for Fulham, pretty unlikely, but could still happen. To be fair, it could, it could.
I can't. I would love for them to stay, but I just think the teams at the bottom now are the teams that will go down. Yeah, I agree with you.
Too far gone now.
Yeah,
too far gone. And
Fulham really, they needed to win. The last couple of games really, and they've definitely, if they don't win against Arsenal, then I think that's them definitely gone, I would say.
Who are we saying that for?
Fulham.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
I think for the top 4 and Europe, and for the bottom as well, this week is huge.
Right. Yes. Fair enough.
So, should we move into some predictions?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. why don't we update? So 56 minutes on the clock. Everton 1, Tottenham 1. And don't think there's too much to say really. So we'll see.
Right. Okay. So I think this will be a cracking game. Starting us off at 12:30. Newcastle versus West Ham.
Oh yeah, interesting game.
I'm still going to go for a West Ham win. I'm going to say 3-1 to West Ham.
I'm going to go for 1-1 draw, I think.
Okay. Wolves versus Sheffield United at 8:15.
Well, I think 1-0 Wolves, I think.
I'm going to go, I'm going to say 3-0 to Wolves.
3-0 Wolves, okay.
Yeah. And on, what are we looking at? Oh, blaming it. There's games.
There's games on every day of the week.
Yeah, so I don't know whether you want to just carry on until the next
Yeah. Let's carry on.
For every game until next Friday. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, right.
We'll do that then.
Yep.
Right. On Sunday, the 18th of April, Arsenal versus Fulham at 1:30.
I think 3-0 Arsenal, I think.
I'm going to say 3-1.
Okay.
At 4:00, Man United versus Burnley.
I'm gonna go 2-1 United, I think.
Actually, let's not do predictions for that one, just in case we do a show on that day.
Oh, of course, yeah. You didn't think about that, yeah.
On Monday at 8:00, Leeds versus Liverpool.
Oh, this should be a cracker. Do you know, I'm gonna go for another sort of shock result. I think Leeds 2-1, I think.
I'm going to go ahead and say, Liverpool 3, Liverpool 3, Leeds 2, I'm going to say.
Okay.
At 8:00, Chelsea versus Brighton on the Tuesday.
2-0 Chelsea.
Yeah, I'll second that one. 2-0 Chelsea. At 8:00 on the at 6:00 on the Wednesday, Tottenham versus Southampton.
Southampton 2-1.
I'm gonna go for a 2-2 draw.
Okay.
At 8:15 on the Wednesday, Aston Villa versus Man City.
I'm gonna go 3-0 City.
I've got another feeling that this is gonna be a draw. I'm gonna go 2-2 again.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
On Thursday at 8:00, Leicester versus West Brom.
2-1 Leicester.
I'm actually, because 6 seasons ago now, which is an unbelievable thought, the game where Leicester's great escape began was at West Brom. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 West Brom win.
Okay, fair enough.
And then on the Friday, we will be doing the show at 8:00.
Mikel Arteta derby.
In fact, you know what? We won't do a prediction for that. We can talk about that one as it goes on.
Yeah.
Right. And Everton have just gone 2-1 up.
Sorry, we continuing to do Saturday the 24th and then... Oh, no. Sorry, no.
Carrying on that far.
No, you're right. No, we'll do those next time.
That's a big goal.
'tis a big goal. Let's see who scored. 65 minutes on the clock.
Sigurdsson again.
Oh, right, yeah. Sigurdsson, a player who's, he's a great player, isn't he? And he was a great player for Swansea, along with Fernando Llorente and, I remember him there. And for Everton, he's a player I like, Sigurdsson. A player who is not always pretty to watch, but does all the important dirty work. Would you agree?
I think he can do quite a few different roles. I think he can smash one in the top corner from 30 yards. But you're right, yeah, he can be quite a tough tackler as well. So,
yes.
Interesting player.
Now, not sure if you heard about Chris Smalling, but him and his family have been robbed by armed men at home.
There was actually some other business that I had to mention.
Oh, sorry.
Actually, because I just wanted to say on behalf of TubeMix, our thoughts are with Chris Smalling and his family, because although, they're okay, it's also pretty...
shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, and just a few more things. Now, the Champions League, there's going to be a meeting about revamping it to 36 teams on Monday, I think it said. So it'll be interesting to see what will come out of that. What's your views on the proposed changes to the Champions League?
I read about this. I didn't know there were any changes. What kind of changes are they saying?
Oh, well, expanding the number of teams and I can't remember the rest.
Expanding the number of teams is pretty, I don't know, I guess it devalues the competition a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If more teams can get in, it doesn't mean as much to get,
No.
Like in this country, it's the race for top four, but in some other countries, like say in Scotland, I think it's only the champion that gets to go in the Champions League, don't they? And even then, all they do is go in the qualifiers.
And what do you think of Thomas Tuchel's words? Because he said Manchester City are the benchmark across Europe, but Chelsea will hunt them next season.
Big words. Big words.
Yeah, do you think it's a risk saying words like that, really?
I think anything you say in press conferences can come back to bite you, can't it?
Yeah.
It's pretty bold statement.
Yeah. But we'll see. I mean, can't wait for that one. Chelsea beat Manchester City in the FA Cup. That should be a...
And then again, the next week, got them in the league.
What's that, sorry?
We're playing them in the league the week after.
Oh, right, okay. It's 2-2 on the clock now. Harry Kane scored 68th minute.
Flaming heck.
So let's
What a game this could be, eh?
What's that, sorry?
What a game this could be.
It could, yeah. So I think I'll be listening to that on 5 Live. Anything? Oh, yeah, I thought this is interesting. Sorry, Paul Pogba having a go at Jose Mourinho. Because he said one side a great relationship with Mourinho. Everybody saw that. And the next day, you don't know what happened. That's the strange thing I had with Mourinho. And I cannot explain to you because even I don't know. And he said Ole doesn't go against the players, whether Mourinho does. So
again, interesting statement.
Definitely, yeah.
Well, quite a bit to unpack with that.
What's that, sorry?
I said there's quite a bit to unpack with that.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely want to go with this, and yeah, and I think that's pretty much everything. So if you could take us round the home bend.
I was gonna say, would you like to do my job and take us home?
Oh, I prefer if you do it, to be honest, if that's okay.
Fair enough. Right, okay, that's the end of the video. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to the TubeMix YouTube channel. We may be a small channel and we may not be perfect, but we enjoy what we do.
Absolutely.
So yeah, any kind of engagement with any comments or anything like that would be greatly appreciated. My thanks to our wonderful host who made this show possible, Mr. TubeMix.
Thank you.
And there will be a show on Sunday, whether it's just a quick one and it's Will on his own, or there might be an extra special surprise. But I don't want to give anything away about that, just in case it doesn't happen. I would like to think that even if the thing that was said doesn't happen, at least one of us, other than Will as well, will be available for post-match. So watch this space.
We'll see.
Okay then, Will. Do you want to say goodbyes and we'll get off?
Absolutely. Yep. Stay safe, everyone. Take care, and